Sesame allergic patients are only found after having been diagnosed with other food allergies. Sesame is now the 9th most common food allergen in the United States, according to the FDA.
Joining us this morning from Gunderson Health System is Dr. Todd Marr, pediatric allergist. Good morning, doctor, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So sesame, when I automatically think sesame seeds, like on a hamburger bun. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. That's where a lot of people see it, but people forget hummus and tahini are two main sources of sesame that come into the diet of a lot of people, and hummus is something that Americans are eating a lot more of in the last decade. So that's why we're seeing more sesame seeds, some people speculate.
Can you break down that FDA finding on sesame?
Well, what they did is they basically started seeing it first in Canada almost a decade ago, and they listed it as one of their top allergens. In the United States, the FDA came up with 8 allergens initially, and they basically started seeing more and more sesame, and that's what we've seen. In the last decade, sesame's increased almost 5-fold in what we're seeing for people who are allergic.
And how would I recognize an allergy like sesame?
Great question. For most people, it's having an itchy mouth, having some hives, having stomach upset. What the studies showed that recently came out is a lot of people who are peanut and tree nut allergic also might have sesame allergy. So it's something for those people to watch out for. We test by either doing a little prick test on the skin, or we do a blood test, and that tells us whether the patient has IgE, or the allergic antibody. So it's something that's increasing. It's now number 9th, and it's going to be labeled as of January 2023. That's the new law that went into effect. They have to give some time for that to take effect. But January 2023, everything will have to be labeled if it contains sesame.
And before we let you go, doctor, what's the best way for parents to get their kids tested for these different allergens like sesame?
Yeah, it would be basically seeing an allergist. I think seeing a board-certified allergist makes the most sense. We can do the testing, we can do a good history. Sometimes we test for other things also, and that makes good sense. So not just doing a simple blood test for sesame, but expanding because of this data that we've seen that maybe there's peanut and tree nut allergies also.
Just a lot of great information to know. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.